This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Odom. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end. A little short. So Michigan's offense is on the field for the first time today. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
Crosses the 40. Open run. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man all by himself. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it from the gun. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown and you're Ohio State and you had a year to simmer on this, you bet better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant powers, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display, and they're going to try and do that again this game.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They'll try to run for it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more...
Sends it downfield. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Pulls it, fired complete. Keeps the legs moving. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. They finally get him on the... Running play moves the chains for the first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake. Coming after it. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything. A little something out of him.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got the quick pass. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They're trying to get to him. They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they
looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's...
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Green.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
Going for it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Looking for more room. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
We're only in the first half. Already this guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Keep it together, offense. Keep it together. Check, boys. Get a few yards in this play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. One more snap coming before halftime.
Get set. Get set.
Looking to throw at Stewart. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these 2 programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. They're bringing heat. Took a shot as he threw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Quick strike complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. They'll try to power their way ahead. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He makes the connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
2nd down coming up. On the option. He'll pitch it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the... Down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Wolverines looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here.
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. But then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rival.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
Nope.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Stewart. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Wolverines! A great return. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored on turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This offense has a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know.
Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Illegal touch.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Stewart. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to be a tough field goal try, 55 yards and from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires and picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play. the 25.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Looking for a man. It's Stewart. Fires to the middle. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Dave. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The Wolverines want to move quickly. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make...
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. He'll set up. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Stewart. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. One more play to pad the stats. He's looking to throw it. Trying to, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side